My dear Cancer, have you felt lately that your home is echoing with strange heartbeats? Something is knocking, not by chance, but as the movement of destiny itself. Place your hand on your chest and listen with the ears of your soul. A current of fate is preparing to arrive. I feel its rhythm like a bell tolling from the room of your family's memories, a pulse strong enough to shake the old journals, to awaken objects you thought had been buried in the dust of time. I do not come to plant fear. I come to tell you clearly. A change with the power to heal deeply is drawing near. It will not arrive as empty words, but through tangible signs, a forgotten letter found again, a family heirloom unexpectedly reappearing, or an old legal document brought back into the light. These things, dear Cancer, are not random. They are pieces of a greater puzzle, meant to reopen the door of your home, the home your heart has always kept. I see before me a card that sighs. A task, a process, a rite delayed for too long. There is stagnation, papers stuck, promises unspoken, a file abandoned in the corridors of an institution. Your feelings, the sleepless nights worrying for your home, for the safety of your loved ones, they are etched deeply into this reading. I can feel that pain in the warmest part of the body, the chest, the place where Cancer stores every longing and every memory. And then, like a warm breeze from the sea, a figure appears, not merely someone who comes to help, but the one who holds the key to restore the home and the safety you have long desired. It may be a devoted lawyer, a careful executor of an estate, or even a relative who unexpectedly carries the missing clue. They bring not only documents, but also the pathway to close the cycle of worry, to recover what has been taken from your family. When the card of swift action rises, a card of speed and decisive movement, it tells us that news will come quickly. Not a slow and heavy delay, but as the tide withdrawing and surging, reshaping the entire shore of your life. Prepare your mind to receive this news. Do not let your heart be pulled into fear, but open it with trust. There is also a deeper mystery, a family rite, a keepsake, or a line written on the last page of an old notebook. Something you thought lost or not yours to claim. When that truth comes to light, your emotions will overflow. Surprise, yes. But also the feeling of being witnessed, of being restored, of being given back what is yours. You who have always guarded and protected the safe space for others will now be embraced with that very same safety. The card of justice rises in your reading, and it is not an illusion. It is the sign that the scales of karma will be adjusted, that what is fair will find its way back to you. It is an unyielding reminder that the universe has its own way of restoring order, not according to the narrow logic of human reason, but according to a deeper pattern of divine justice. For Cancer, this has a double meaning. Justice is not only about legal rights, but also about the healing of wounded family bonds. Then appears a card that speaks of new beginnings in the material world, a promise of safety, of stability, of a cycle renewed. Not only money, but the sense of belonging, a home repaired, a family table where reunion no longer carries the weight of worry. The seed of prosperity arrives hand in hand with practical solutions, a file finally processed, a small gift from the past returned to your hands, an unexpected form of support, all of it forming the foundation of long-term restoration. The most beautiful part, dear Cancer, is the link between tangible victory and emotional healing. The card of gathering appears, a promise of reunion, of laughter, of embraces that soften old scars. This restoration will not only be stamped on paper, it will be marked by people coming together again, by family stories retold, by apologies and forgiveness finally spoken. Look back to a recent time, perhaps a shock, a disappointment that seemed impossible to endure. That was the launching ground. The sleepless nights, the questions with no answers, will slowly move behind you, and you will awaken one morning, knowing you have passed through a storm and that your home, your heart, is safer now. Practical guidance for you in this moment. Check every heirloom, boxes, old notebooks, envelopes hidden in packages. Sometimes the clue lies in the most ordinary corners of life. Write down your dreams. For Cancer often receives messages through the language of images at night. Prepare the basic papers, bank statements, home deeds, old emails, so that those who help you, lawyers or managers, can act quickly. Keep in contact with family. An open heart carries information faster than silence. And if you feel ready, write in the comments, "I am ready to embrace the healing of my family." Let these words become a declaration, a small act yet filled with power, to affirm that you are not only waiting, but choosing to step into the cycle of restoration. In the end, the universe has heard your silent prayers, has seen the nights you wept for your home and for your memories. What is coming does not only return what was lost, it restores to you the sense of safety, a treasure more valuable than any possession. This chain of events will clear the way for you to care for those you love, without carrying the burden alone. Hold on to your courage, dear Cancer, for the lighthouse is lit, and your boat is about to reach the shore of peace. My dear Cancer, do you remember that restless feeling in your stomach? That inner voice that warned you, that gentle but insistent intuition, that kept you from signing a paper, from making a hasty choice you might have regretted. It was that caution, your instinct to protect the home, that intervened in time and kept your family safe. You have just avoided a hidden disaster, and the miracle is this: what you avoided will now become your blessing. Clear evidence will soon appear. A capable person holding a pivotal role will present a record, a signature, or a long-forgotten document, and that proof will tip the scales entirely in your favor. Hear this clearly. Within the next 48 hours, your phone may ring, or a message may arrive that changes everything. This will not be an ordinary call. It will be the kind of message that makes you sit down, breathe deeply, and lift your eyes in gratitude for perfect timing. The practical advice is this: prepare your mind and do not react too quickly. Read every word of what you receive with care. The Six of Wands appears as confirmation, a public victory, recognition before others. The legal success or solution coming to you will not be hidden in silence. It will be seen, it will be acknowledged, and those who once doubted you will have no choice but to admit what is just. This is a victory with social weight, your reputation restored, your trust returned. Looking deeper, we see the reason for all you have endured. The Ten of Wands rises as the symbol of heavy burdens. In recent months, you may have carried responsibilities far beyond your share: work, family worries. Duties piled on your shoulders until you felt close to collapse. But the universe balances in its own way. Your persistence, your faith, your devotion to responsibility, all will be rewarded. And there is a detail, precise and clear, hidden in the reading. It points to a date, perhaps written on a document, stamped with a seal, or noted in the margin of an old notebook. When that clue is uncovered, everything will become clear. The root of this matter reaches back into the past. An event from childhood, a forgotten paper, an heirloom you overlooked. Now it returns to the light. The stars are opening the channels of communication for you. Especially the planet of words and messages shines upon you now, clearing misunderstandings, bringing back the documents that were once lost. And the guidance is practical. Use this energy wisely. Keep your records, save your receipts, photograph your papers, turn the signals of the cosmos into tangible action. The Four of Wands glows like a promise of foundation restored, stability, shelter, a home rebuilt. This speaks not only of property or ownership, but of inner safety. A warm meal without fear, a bedroom free of worry, a family reunion complete. This is the season where you rebuild your base, firmer, stronger, lasting, and something sweet. The important news may not arrive where you expect, not in a solemn office, but perhaps in a familiar cafe, on a quiet street, through a chance encounter with someone carrying the message like an angel. Miracles often wear ordinary clothes. That is their disguise, so when you go out, keep your heart open. What seems small may be the very doorway to change. The wheel of fortune is turning, and the reading shows it spins now in your favor, with a force unstoppable. What you thought was lost will be restored, and even multiplied. Not only returned, but increased. Recognition, resources, new chances to rebuild. Yet the most important gift is not material. It is the healing of relationships, the restoration of trust within your family. 3 practical steps for you now. Check every heirloom and every box of papers. Open the drawers, the old journals, the envelopes tucked away. Legal clues often hide in the most ordinary places. Write down your dreams and every sign. Cancer receives messages in visions. Note the place, the colors, the voices. These may lead you to the clue, or to the person who holds it. Prepare your documents, bank statements, deeds, old contracts, emails. Scan them, photograph them, keep them ready. Save them on your phone and back them up in the cloud, and a few reminders for your heart so you may stand firm as you walk through the storm. When the news arrives, especially within the next 48 hours, do not rush to respond. Read carefully. Breathe deeply. Speak first with someone you trust before you sign, before you accept. Allow others to help you. You were never meant to carry every burden alone. Lean on your circle, the lawyer, the family member, the advisor, and see your victory not only in material gain, but in the restoration of safety to your home and the peace to your inner being. Finally, a call to action. If you feel this message, write in the comments, "I am ready to embrace justice and healing for my family." Let these words be your declaration, not a hope for a miracle outside, but your choice to step into the miracle through a small but powerful act. The universe has heard the nights you lay awake with worry. Now is the time to receive not only assets returned, but the feeling of safety, the warmth of belonging, the home restored. Hold on to your courage, dear Cancer. The lighthouse is shining, and your boat is nearing the peaceful shore. My dear Cancer, this lawyer holds in hand a truth long hidden, like a trump card the universe has concealed in its sleeve, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. And that moment is almost here. The Seven of Pentacles appears, affirming that your patience will blossom, bearing fruit richer than anything you hoped for. Those long nights when you wondered, is it worth keeping my faith? Am I only chasing illusions? All of it will be answered by a clear victory. Sensitive Cancer, not one of your tears has been wasted. Every moment of suffering was preparation for this hour of glory. The cards whisper numbers of importance, 17, 23, and above all the sign in you. These may be dates on a paper, an address, or financial figures tied to the case. When these numbers appear, understand them as the nod of the universe, proof that unseen forces walk beside you. The Nine of Pentacles shows itself, a financial reward beyond your expectation. But for Cancer, more precious than money is the safety, the calm, the peace within the home. Your intuition, that sixth sense that never lies, has already told you this. Remember, the shivers in your body, the sudden instincts you have felt lately, all are warnings, all are confirmations that the crucial time has come. The King of Swords rises in your spread. This is no ordinary lawyer. This is a person of power, of reputation, with wide connections, with access to information beyond the reach of others. They do not act only with reason. They act like a warrior of justice, ready to defend you. And wondrously, the Two of Cups reveals a deeper bond. This connection will not remain only in the realm of work. Between you and this ally will form trust, a friendship, a resonance of souls. Perhaps this will be a companion for the long path ahead, in projects yet to come, in opportunities yet to unfold. Next, the star shines over your sky, a symbol of hope, a promise of healing. After months of darkness, Cancer will be wrapped in the calm light of peace. Every scar upon your soul, every injustice within family or relationship, will begin to mend as true justice finally speaks. What excites me most is the Three of Pentacles. From this legal victory will emerge new collaborations, creative projects, alliances that build for the long term. This is not an ending. It is the beginning of a prosperous chapter. More importantly, the Queen of Pentacles points to a document tied to your rights. A family inheritance, an unclaimed benefit, a legacy never before delivered. One single piece of paper, yet enough to alter the entire foundation of your finances and your emotional life. And to underline this truth, the Magician appears. It reminds you, you are not merely a passive receiver. You are the co-creator, the one who has drawn this miracle to you, through faith, through intuition, through unwavering resolve. The lawyer is only the instrument. You are the true magician of this story. The reversed Five of Swords confirms the old conflicts. Those who once took advantage of your compassion will now face the weight of karmic consequence. You need not seek revenge. Sacred justice will balance itself. At last, the Six of Swords reveals itself. You are leaving behind the whirlpool of chaos, sailing into calmer waters. This is the end of a karmic cycle that has dragged on too long. A new chapter begins, so radiant that your eyes may need time to adjust to the brilliance. This is not just a legal victory. This is the universe declaring your worth is recognized, your pain has ended, and your home is to be healed. If you are ready to receive it, write in the comments, "I am ready to embrace justice and healing for my home." My beloved Cancer, there is a thread that stretches to distant lands, a connection the cards continue to reveal. Your lawyer may hold international ties, or the documents may relate to rights from another country. It could be an inheritance overseas, a dual citizenship unknown to you, or benefits that reach beyond the borders of your birthplace. For Cancer, the sign of home and roots, this is a reminder. Your ancestry, your family, your bloodline does not rest in one place alone, but spreads across horizons. Do not dismiss any possibility, for the universe moves in mysterious ways. What seems unreachable it can become tomorrow's radiant reality, and the cards whisper like a pure stream. The time of injustice has ended. This legal ally comes as the chosen instrument of the universe to return balance to your home. Set aside your doubts, release your fears, hold firm to your faith, for the victory has already been written in the stars, and now it only waits to descend into your world. Within the next 72 hours, keep your heart open and watch carefully. The sign will be unmistakable. A call, an email, an unexpected message, or even a meeting that seems like coincidence. But your Cancer intuition, sharp and sacred, will whisper to you, this is the beginning of victory. You were not born to endure injustice. You came to heal, to shine, to prove that patience, family love, and divine intuition can overcome every trial. You are living proof that a sensitive soul can succeed without ever losing kindness. This legal process is only a doorway, a means for you to step into a greater ascent. The universe has already decreed your victory. The stars themselves align to lift you. This is not only human justice. This is the justice of God, converging in your life, in its most glorious form. All you must do is hold your faith like a candle burning bright in the darkness, and prepare your spirit to receive blessings greater than your heart has ever dared to dream. Your victory is assured. Prosperity and joy are already engraved in your destiny. This lawyer is but the messenger, carrying the news written long ago on the golden pages of fate. My courageous Cancer, prepare yourself, for your life is about to change. Beyond even your most beautiful dreams, justice will come, prosperity will come, healing will come. The word of God has spoken. The universe has decreed it, and your time is now. If you feel this truth, write in the comments to seal the energy. I am ready to embrace justice and blessings from the universe.